Will a wilderness vacation be exactly what the dynamic duo need to come closer together, or will supervillain interference turn it into the camping trip from hell? Well, let's hop into the pages of Batman and Robin Annual 2024 and find out what happens next together, shall we? So then, as we join the book, Bruce and Damian are responding to a brazen robbery at the hands of supervillain duo Double Dare, and in a nice bit of continuity, the dynamic duo says they're actually a little disappointed in the sister team, as they had heard from Nightwing that the two sisters had actually managed to turn over a new leaf in that series, which is indeed a reference to stuff that's been happening in the Tom Taylor book, in case you didn't know. Double Dare maintains that they weren't doing anything too evil, they were just stealing a little cash so they could go on a vacation. After all, it can't all be about masks and costumes all the time, every day, right? And you know what? Batman has to very reluctantly agree, and he decides to actually steal Double Dare's idea and take his son on a road trip because, well, he's never done that before. And besides, after everything Bruce and Damian have been through with Langstrom and Shush and the Gotham War, they could use a chance to get away, recharge their batteries, and hopefully come closer together as father and son. Damian says that a lot can happen in one night in Gotham City, but his father says to relax and that the city is in good hands, implying that this book is also continuing to ignore the events of Gotham War, which is personally fine by me. My headcanon is that Bruce and everyone else just decided to work it out off-panel. Now, well, you can take Batman and Robin out of Gotham City, unfortunately you can't take the Gotham out of the men, because Damian is only at a rest stop for a couple minutes when he ends up stumbling upon a bunch of missing person posters. Apparently a ton of people have gone missing around Camp Full Moon, and wouldn't you know it, that's exactly where Bruce and Damian are spending the weekend. They're not on the grounds for more than a couple minutes when Robin ends up finding a corpse. An old one too, one that's been here for about a month. It's obvious that Batman and Robin had left the cities with plans of R&R, but it's clear that they've stumbled into a much bigger mystery. The worst part is that whoever this killer is, they must certainly have been brazen to just leave a corpse rotting in the open like this, almost like they felt that no one could ever touch them this far out of Batman's purview. Damian wants to go back to the gas station to regroup and question some of the locals when he ends up smacking his face right into some sort of crazy shield. This isn't the Dark Knight's first rodeo, and he's able to riddle out what's going on here almost instantly. Camp Full Moon isn't a campground, it's a hunting ground. One we learn is actually owned and operated by longtime DC baddie Roulette, who seems to be going through something of a country western phase right now, as well as something of a battle royale phase. Roulette, we learn, has actually managed to bring together a cadre of ultra-rich trophy hunters who have come to her in hopes of hunting the most dangerous game, you guessed it, man. Just getting into the competition costs you millions of dollars, but if you win, you can actually end up getting the whole pot. But of course, not everyone is here just for the love of money. Some people like Bloodsport. Yes, that Bloodsport of Suicide Squad fame has come all this way just to test his mettle, and because killing is just so much fun, don't you know? This of course means that Damian and Bruce find themselves in a real rough situation right now. They know they're about to be hunted, and because they're cut off from their costumes and most of their gear, oh don't worry, Damian was sure to bring a katana, and Bruce brought some batarangs because, well, they are still Bruce and Damian at the end of the day. Given what they learned from the corpse they found, they figure they have till sundown in the full moon to get ready, and get ready they do, putting together a ton of Rambo-esque forest traps. After that's done though, all they can really do is sit and wait, and it's here that Damian actually restarts that conversation that him and his father had in the car, mainly about how Bruce wants him and his son to do normal, everyday people things, like going to school and going camping, only Damian has a real problem accepting any of this because, as he very astutely says, Dad, you and I are not normal people. We've never been normal people. So why are we out here in the woods right now just trying to force it? Wouldn't it be much easier for you if you just sat down and talked to me? That's all I've ever really wanted. And if by saying those words actually put out a wish into the universe that was ultimately granted, the hunters all end up one by one falling into their traps, which in turn actually cause Bruce and Damian to reminisce about other times they've been trapped in the wilderness and been forced to build traps to survive. Bruce actually tells his son a story about his early days with the Outsiders, and when he first crashed the Batplane into Markovia and had to fight off a dangerous militia. Damian in turn tells a story of when he was hunting demons with Frankenstein, which is one of those stories that I can't be 100% sure didn't happen, even though I don't remember reading it. With the rank-and-file hunters dealt with, the only real threat now becomes Bloodsport. He's dangerous every day of the week, but now especially as he's apparently come packing a bunch of experimental Earth 3 weaponry that he is desperately dying to try out. Credit to Joshua Williamson too, he actually goes out of his way to get the audience up to speed on everything that Bloodsport has been doing over the last couple of years, mainly that criminally underrated Suicide Squad run from not too long ago, while also reminding us that he started life as a Superman villain, and because Williamson is writing one of the Superman books right now, I have to wonder if he plans to use him again, and this is a nice way to backdoor him into relevance. Batman and Robin decide that the best way out of this situation is for them to divide and conquer. Bruce opts to stay behind and battle Bloodsport in a cave. Don't worry, he protects his identity by covering his face in dirt in, you guessed it, the shape of a bat symbol. I will admit too, how Batman chooses to defeat Bloodsport is actually pretty interesting. If this guy can teleport weapons in from other places, then surely if Batman inverses this tech, it can teleport Bloodsport elsewhere. Meanwhile, while that's going on, Damian sneaks inside Roulette's base of operation, takes out her honor guard before eventually cornering her, and why yes, we get an excellent shot of him in front of a stuffed bird with a bunch of feathers that also just so happen to obscure his identity. Messing with Roulette though was just icing on the cake, as Damian had already defeated her before the fight began. You see, Robin, smart kid that he is, remembers that Roulette likes to televise her Bloodsport sometimes, so what he did was basically secretly turn on all of her video equipment, knowing full well that the stream would be picked up by Cameron Chase and other such government agencies who rush on in to make the save and arrest her. Roulette tries to get out of this situation by saying she's 90% sure that Bruce and Damian Wayne are actually Batman and Robin, but when Cameron Chase and the others investigate, father and son are long gone, making her look insane. With the day finally saved, Bruce and Damian opt to make their way back to Gotham City. It's on the way though, Damian has a rather interesting idea. Did Bruce always know what Roulette was getting up to in the woods? Is this why he wanted to take a camping trip? Is this how he always knew he was going to get closer to Damian, not by doing normal people stuff, but by doing fun superhero stuff? Why, that's right, Damian, you just got bat-dadded. And so that was Batman and Robin Annual 2024, everybody, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed this offering from Joshua Williamson. It was fun, punchy, to the point, great action. Built on the back of a great premise that is so simple, I'm shocked no one has ever actually tried to do it before. Moreover than that, this one also ties into the much bigger theme that Williamson is playing within the rest of the book, and that is Batman actually trying to step up to the plate and be a really good dad for Damian, even though he's not 100% sure what to do in this situation, mainly because Damian isn't a normal kid and because he doesn't have Alfred here anymore to guide him. I actually really enjoy the kind of zen misdirection Batman is using to parent his son. Now, you know, when you've done something right, people won't be sure if you've done anything at all. Also, hey, as a massive Suicide Squad fan, I was over the moon to see Bloodsport actually get a fun starring role as the bad guy in this one, as well as all the great references back to the last series. Overall, I think I feel comfortable giving this one a very positive 8 out of 10, and I'll be interested to see what the rest of the book has going for it when it resumes. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.